Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Same date as the last Heartbreak video. Time is 8:30 a.m. and I'm coming to introduce you to the second story of the Heartbreak Kids series, which is volume 8. This one is a little different because I guess in a way I didn't learn my lesson from my freshman year, but it is what it is. This is the story of Morgan Daniel. Now, if you've seen my earlier videos, trust me, I have videos dating back to 2012, 2011. There's a video called Why My Music Taste Evolved, and I touched up on Morgan Daniel briefly. Then again, I watched that video, I couldn't even understand what the hell I was saying. So, it is what it is. But anyway, going back to what I'm saying, back then, I talked about it briefly. I had how do I say this? When I met this girl, I met Morgan Daniel on the bus. I literally met this girl on the bus stop. This goes back to like 2009, leaving 2008. I had just got off the part 2 of the Cheyenne DiMaggio situation where she embarrassed me in front of all my brother's friends. And it just, I had to just get away from that crowd. So during this time, just trying to find some, just trying to get off my head, I found I was pretty much, just going through like whatever you want to call it. All I know is it just wasn't a good feeling. Now, what's interesting about this is, as I was riding the bus, and usually as this happens, I could have sworn I just went the same way. I was riding the bus, and usually when you ride the bus to school, in high school, for those who, for anyone who went to Forest High School or Westside High School or Ed White or Ribaud or any certain high schools, there's bus stops that you take, and you notice there's people on your bus stop that you thought, that you think, I'm going to school with these people. Next thing you know, some of the people, when the bus stops, end up getting out the bus, but they don't go into school. They take another bus. You see, the bus I rode had a magnet program. So there's certain buses you had to take to go to magnet schools because they didn't have a particular bus stop. So you had to enroll into a magnet program. Like Frank H. Peterson and Douglas Anderson, Paxton, Staten, I believe it was called Staten Preparatory High School. Just more high schools into the more prestige programs where their grading's different and more, I've been to a magnet middle school down here in Palm Springs. But in Jacksonville, they had magnet schools as well. So during this time, I'm getting off the bus. I'm just chilling. Out of nowhere, I see this lovely looking woman. Curly hair, a nice colorful purse. She dressed so well. Her eyes were wonderful. I said, before I go to school and before a bus comes, I gotta get the fuck out of here. I gotta get off this bus and I gotta talk to this girl. You know, I got to. So I did. I got off the bus, and you know, as I got off the bus, I strike up a conversation with her, and everything just went well. I was happy. I got her name, and I just couldn't wait. Then, you know, obviously she went on her bus to go to the school she went to, which was Paxton. And I had to take the bus. I had to go to school. I had to go into school. Now, unfortunately, without revealing too much, because the way I rough drafted this video, a lot of emotions came out that I never thought would happen. But my brother, you know, had a problem with me being around her. And in my mind, I felt really taken back as to why. Because he's got his girlfriend at the time, and all I ever wanted is to be around someone for security reasons. You know what I mean? She was a single woman, you know, she wasn't hurting nobody. She was doing, maybe she did some things you didn't approve of, but I can't even tell you what I'm doing because apparently you got a problem with that. You know, you always call her names like, you know, oh, you got to go talk to that white girl. And it's like, come on, dude. You know, I'm not emphasizing that she's white. Yes, you are. It's easy. You may not be racist being it, but you are. You come on, how are you not emphasizing white girl when you're calling her a white girl? That makes no sense. That's a very contradictory statement. But I digress. You know, he apparently had a problem with it. And let's just say this led to a fight we had that I can't really discuss because it was just, maybe it didn't start it, but it was a theme like that. I don't know. But I felt personally, I was more hurt by that, by the fact that he felt taken back by the fact that I just want to see this girl, because at the end of the day, I wanted that security that I need, that I didn't have, or I felt like I didn't have with my family. You know, I'm talking, I felt like crap being around my entire family. And I felt, you know, talking to someone, I have that emotional security, and I can't even have that because now I gotta be with these people. I have to be with my family, you know, and it's just, I don't get it. I never got it. And, you know, stuff like that just confused me. It did, because all I ever wanted was that security. And unfortunately, getting closer to Morgan, my emotions got the best of me. You know, with the paranoia from Kama Jones and being as clingy as I shouldn't have been, I should have been chill. It started off chill and it went left real quick. And eventually she started distancing herself from me. And it's usually heartbreaking for me when girls distance themselves because I know it's my fault and I can't do anything about it. So eventually when she stopped talking to me, by the end of middle school, I asked her, like, dude, what happened? Why is this, that, the third? She straight up said, you're getting too desperate. I'm sorry. It was painful. It was very painful. You know, when the end of to have my sophomore year end like that. It started off promising and it just ended terribly. It affected my grades, not in the way of the heartbreak of the 6 heartbreak video. No, I didn't fail, but I didn't do as great. I started really well the first semester. I started beautifully, and then the third 9 weeks of the second semester, and just I had to turn that around real quick, and I did. But a lot of other academic things I can't really get into right now held me back also. I mean, ultimately, passed as scheduled, but I knew I could have done better if I just didn't keep my focus on one girl. And I did, and I'm telling you, it sucked, but, I still try to reach out to her to try to talk to her or something, but nothing's happening. But that's okay, sometimes out of sight, out of mind, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I just wonder what happened to Morgan Daniel, because ever since then she went back to North Carolina. She was single, and I mean, last time I heard, was she'd gotten engaged to someone, so I can't even go down that realm anymore. But it just sucked, because I really liked that girl, and I really thought something happened, and I just quickly took that away from myself. But hey, shit happens, I guess. Well, anyway, this is Shake Master J. Wishing you guys peace, love, and prosperity. And signing off with a crotch. And I hope you guys have a good afternoon. 2 more videos are coming up. Peace.